If you are turning 65, still working, and you are soon to be eligible for Medicare and you have group coverage, do you have to take Medicare? Will you be penalized for not taking it? Regardless of the size of your employer, as long as you are enrolled in group coverage, you will not be penalized for not taking Medicare. Medicare doesn't care. You've kept your insurance. But let me tell you who does care, because in some scenarios, when you do have group coverage, you still may need to enroll in Medicare. So who may care? Your current insurance coverage. Let me explain. I'm going to break you into two groups. People that work at a company with 19 or less employees, and people that work with a company with 20 or more employees. Those of you at the company with 20 or more employees, you keep your group plan. Your insurance is primary to Medicare, and there's no issue with your insurance company. There's no issue with Medicare if you don't enroll. But if you work at a company with 19 or less employees, while you will not be penalized for not taking Medicare, your insurance company may have an issue with you. So let me explain. With a company with 19 or less employees with group coverage, your coverage is considered secondary to Medicare by law. So if you're 66 years old and you work at a company, let's say you're at a law firm, there's 8 employees there, and you never got Medicare and you kept your group coverage, that would mean you don't have a primary payer. Now, on a day-to-day basis, that may never impact you. If you just go to the doctor, you have a little bill, the insurance company may not notice. But what if you got sick? What if your coworker got cancer and was set up that way? Now the insurance company could do an audit. They could look and realize, wait a minute, with 19 or less employees, you should have been enrolled in Medicare, and you may end up having a problem with getting your health bill paid because your smaller group company insurance plan doesn't have an obligation to be the primary payer. So in case I've confused you here, let me break it down. If you're at a company with 20 or more employees, you will not be penalized if you don't take Medicare. You certainly could compare your plan to Medicare and decide which is best for you, but there's no penalty and there's no problem with only having your group coverage. With a company with 19 or less employees, you got to look into this. Yes, you could stay in your group coverage. You will not be penalized later when you sign up for Medicare. You'll have a special enrollment period, but you could have an issue with your existing insurance company if you have some claims. They may recognize it's not their job, that Medicare has to pay first, and if you don't have a primary payer, how are you getting those bills paid? So look into that and figure out what is the best path for you. Reach out to me if you want my help.